Hello friends, I am going to discuss about modeling and simulation. What is modeling and what is simulation? What is the basis? Basically, in almost all cases, the real systems are extremely complex and may involve several interacting energy phenomena such as electromagnetic fields, heat and fluid flow or nuclear reaction, etc. So basically the modeling is important to model a physical system. Similarly, for a given physical, biological or social problem, we may first develop a mathematical model for it and then solve the model and interpret its solution with respect to the problem statement. Man has been modeling and simulating ever since his brain developed power to image. Children start modeling from birth. We are all simulating, like a child with a doll, an architect with the model, and a businessman with a business, etc. So these are the kind of model we do since birth. System. What is system? Basically, there are three things which are necessary for a system. First is system boundary, second is system component, and third is interaction or interdependence of components. Like in the picture you are seeing here, there is a system defined by input and output, and there is some environment, and in that environment the system is surrounded by some boundary. So basically these three components, these are very important to define a system. If anything having a boundary, having a component, and these components having some interconnection, so with input and output, that will make the system. So this is the basic definition of system. We can define this is the system. Modeling. Now we come to the modeling. Model is an abstraction or essence of a real system. It is a representation of reality. Means if we are having a physical system, any physical system, and we can make its prototype, then that is the model. So the basic thing is, the word model is derived from Latin and its meaning is mold or pattern, means the physical model. Now the modeling. Modeling is a process of abstraction of a real system. This is the modeling. Now why modeling is required? Why it is? Basically, the modeling is required for abstract specifications of the vital characteristics of a system, means knowing how the system will function for distinct environmental circumstances and inputs will assist in developing a new system, such as the missile or aircraft model, or we can take any type of model, like we can take a model of car, like that. Secondly, before creating a physical model, modeling forces us to think clearly. Basically the modeling helps to make a clear image of the structure. That's why we need the modeling. Next is the guiding the process of thinking. It guides, basically modeling, it guides the process of thinking, how we have to process what we are thinking. It enables to refine thoughts or choices before putting them into practice in the actual globe. It is an instrument that enhances system knowledge and enables us to show and communicate with and not just describe what we are designing. So basically what you are thinking, it guides that process. Next is the improving system efficiency. We need the modeling to improve the system efficiency. Models assist, enhance the efficiency of the system framework. Basically, it enhances the efficiency of the system framework. Economically exploring various alternatives. Modeling is required to explore the various alternatives that are economical. So it also enables us to discover many alternatives to improve system efficiency. So for these different requirements, we need the modeling. Now the simulation. What is simulation? Simulation is a word derived from Latin simulare, which means pretend. Simulation is an expansive and safe way to experiment with the system model. However, the simulation results depends completely on the quality of the system model. So this is the simulation. Basically, to pretend you are having a model and how it will work in different environment. That is the simulation. You are pretending by giving some input and you are getting accordingly the output. So basically, simulation can tell us things we don't already know. Like, these are the some advantages of simulation. Get deeper understanding about the system. Means you are having a system and we make its prototype model or some model, and we can know the input and output characteristics of the system model. So we can get it by this simulation. It improves system efficiency. According to the input you are not getting the output, then you can improve its input by some control strategies, then you will get the output. So it will improve the system efficiency. Next is try out many different alternatives. As I have explained, in simulation we simulate the different environmental condition or different input condition, then how the model will work. So these are the different conditions we can create in simulation. Next is it save time and money. When we are having a system and we make its model, suppose let's take an example, we make the mathematical modeling, and if we are having a mathematical model, then we can change its parameter according to some extent, then we can improve its quality also. Quality, like if there is a physical system and we are having its model and we give some input, and that input may enhance its output. So on the basis of that we can improve its quality by implementing in physical system. Next is it creates virtual environment. In simulation, like if there is a simulation environment, like we can take an example of ATC, air traffic controller. In ATC, when the ATC trainees are trained, so they train on the simulator. So this is the ATC simulator. In that simulator, the trainee, it feels like an actual environment. He is working in an actual environment. So that is because of only the simulation. So these are the main points and the basic points, what is modeling and what is simulation. These are the some references I have taken to make the basics of modeling and simulation. Thank you. Thanks for listening.